Hey everyone, just want to do a quick sort of news update on a couple things. First up, MVD Rewind has announced 2 more Code Red titles that they're re-releasing on video. So first up, coming out on August 24th is the movie The Dark. It's porting over the transfer that was done for Code Red. And it's also porting over all the extras from the Code Red release. Also coming August 24th is the movie One Dark Night. This is another Code Red title that came out a few years ago and I believe is now out of print. And same thing, it's using the same transfer and also porting over all the extras from that release. And both these releases are getting sort of an exclusive slipcover for the first pressing. The nice thing about them is these are going to be semi-easily available. You know, the Code Red ones sometimes are a little hard to track down unless you were really closely following that. So it's nice to see that between Kino and MVD that a lot of these releases that were originally very limited are getting much more broader releases. And I have a couple updates from Second Sight Films in the UK. So they announced that they are indeed working on a new Blu-ray release for the movie The Hitcher, which is long overdue. Now that's good news and bad news for a couple of different things. One, apparently the original negative is nowhere to be found. The only access to materials that they have are actually 35mm prints. So they are using an existing master for this release. They're doing some additional cleanup work and things like that, but it's not enough to do a 4K release. So it is going to be Blu-ray only. Now, does that mean it's going to be region locked? I don't know. They haven't said anything. It could be one of those that is technically region locked according to the packaging, but is actually region free. They've had other releases that have been like that. I'm hoping that's the case here because it was a German Blu-ray release and that was also region free. So I'm kind of hoping this one will be as well. It is kind of sad to think though that a film like that, which is not some tiny little film, you know, doesn't have the negative around anymore, or at least is missing. I mean, that's the kind of thing that always kind of freaks me out when I hear about certain movies, which is why anytime a film is restored and given any kind of release, that's a good thing because at least there's some sort of archive of it somewhere. So I will definitely keep you updated on that as we find out more. Another one that finally got updated after quite a long time, and it was actually announced like a year ago, and that is indeed their upcoming 4K release of the movie Dog Soldiers. And this is being transferred from the original negative, which is good news because I believe that was originally thought to possibly be lost or something. I don't remember all the details. So they're giving it a brand new fresh scan, put it in a 4K release, which obviously means it'll be region free. So all good news, but chances are it's still going to be a while because I think they're just starting to do work on the transfer. And then finally, a quick Martin update from them as well. And they posted this on their Facebook page. Director of photography Mike Gornick reports back to our colorist at Final Frame. Just finished screening first reel and looks magnificent. Susumu, you've been doing some serious work on this project. Thank you. Kodak ECO 7252 never looked so good. And I'm still waiting on sort of an actual confirmation, but actually it looks like this may be getting a transfer from the original 16mm negative and not the 35 blow up. Now the thing about this film stock is, you know, this film can only look so good. Not just the fact that it was shot in 60mm, but also the fact that it was shot on like a reversal stock, which gave it a very unique look, but it's also kind of rough around the edges, as I would call it. But the fact that they are giving it a 4K transfer, and it looks like, I think that they're transferring it from the original 16mm negative, proves that, I mean, they're putting all effort into this, and I am so excited for it. But we're still a ways out from it, so I don't know. My guess is probably going to be next year. I think they were aiming more for the fall, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking it's going to be next year. Could be wrong though. I definitely would love it if it was sooner. And then finally, I hate to end on some sad news, but Tawny Kitaen has passed away at 59. She was in the movies Witchboard, Gwendolyn, Bachelor Party. Probably best known for some of the music videos she was in, including the Whitesnake video, Here I Go Again, which is weird because literally I just watched that video like a couple days ago, and I was thinking back to when I was lucky enough to meet her just a few years ago, and she was very kind and very sweet, and I thought she still looked great. So very, very sad to hear of her passing. Obviously she left her mark in so many ways, obviously for horror fans because of Witchboard, which she was very proud of. I mean, that's where I got to meet her at a horror convention where she was there with director Kevin Tenney, and she was always appreciative of meeting all of her fans. So yeah, definitely a very, very sad day.